Hey you guys, welcome back to another episode of Resilient with your host, me, Wintertooth100. And in today's episode, we are starting off by the iron farm where I AFK'd all night. We got just under a stack of iron blocks from our session. We got kicked sometime in the middle of the night, so it didn't turn out super well, but yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good. I think I'm going to start spending more time there. I have a feeling I'm actually going to need a lot of iron for the big grand adventure map project that we have going on. In the meantime, I am actually on my way back to the house, and I decided to take the long way. As you can see, I noticed we have some skulls that we have not collected yet, and so I thought we'd take the long way home and we just kind of kill everything we see that we don't have a head for already. And so that means cows are lucky because we get to skip them. I'm thinking all the brown horses are pretty much lucky at this point because dark brown horse and a normal brown horse, and I don't know if there's light brown horse or whatever, but I know there's got to be a black horse. I know there's white horses. We got skeleton horses. I'm curious if there'll be a zombie horse one because we can craft a skeleton or an egg for them to bring them to life. And so I'm curious to try that. But we don't have a sheep one either. And aren't there sheep in all colors? Oh boy, we got a lot of sheep. Oh, we don't have a wolf either. So this bear is just going to be on a killing spree. Look at him. Oh. Well, look at him. Ha! No. Okay, well, today's going to be a shorter episode. Doing this because YouTube doesn't like my longer episodes very much. So we're going to keep it a little bit shorter today. Probably just for today, just test things up, just to swap things up, make things interesting. But we are going to kill this chicken, and we are going to go over to B's house, and we're going to leave him a little bit of a surprise. I'm not entirely sure what that is off the top of my head at the moment. I have kind of an idea, but let me think about it and get it fleshed out real quick, and I will meet you back at my place, and we'll see how many heads I managed to collect, and go from there. Alright. I'll talk to you guys in just a moment. Alright, we made it back home, and I think I have an idea for what we're going to do for Bee Squiddy. But first, before we get to that, let's take a look at our haul. Oh, got a chicken head on. I'm a chicken. I'm a chicken. I'm a chicken, I'm a chicken, I'm a chicken. I'm a chicken, I'm a chicken, I'm a chicken. Well, that's what I have for breakfast anyway. Chicken. Alright, swap my view. Here we go. Let's see, we got a ton of horse heads. Horses they must have a pretty high drop rate for heads because we got a bunch of them, especially the black ones. Of course, we ran into black ones the most, but let's see what we got here. So, probably gonna have to do this in some kind of order, right? Because I'm sure each of the horses do a head. I'm sure each of the llamas also do a head. But we got a piggy, sheepy, chicken. Let's do them by... There we go. Do our main animals together. We could do mobs. Hostile mobs. See, these could be all of our passive mobs. Yeah, there we go. Oh, and we got this horsey. So we're actually doing pretty well on the heads. I need to find a place to sort all of this stuff though. I think we're gonna super smelt a lot of this. Gonna first make sure I didn't do any cows. So you know what, let's do 2 rows for each of the foods, right? Is that gonna add up? I think that's gonna add up. So if we did muttons and these guys and chickens, that leaves us with something possibly to do, and then we can just throw the rest of this into the smelter. And that guy, that guy, that guy, that guy, that guy. Oh yeah, we're gonna be pretty set on food. Sweet. Alright, well, let me get some things together. I need to do a little bit more head hunting for the idea I have for Bee Squiddy. There's one particular head we're missing, and one head I think I have to use a command to get in order to do that idea that I have. So let me figure these things out, and the line of code it would take to, or command, whatever it is, to get the head I'm missing that I can't get. The other one that I'm missing is possible to get, so I'm gonna go out there and get that like normal, but one of them is simply just not possible to get without the code at the moment, as far as I know. So let me take a look around and see what I can't do. Alright guys, I think we're pretty much ready to go to B Squiddy's place. I got a lot of stuff together. I even got his head. This is the item I said we're going to need the code for. And if we do it on camera, I think it's something along the lines of like give, and we'll do winter for me, Minecraft. This is for players who don't know how to do it. Player head, and then you do one of those numbers. And you got to be sure to use capitals, capital skull, and then capital owner. Colon, then the player's name, then you type in whoever's player's name right here, and then you close it, and you see how it turned from red to yellow. That means this is now a recognizable thing, and I believe we can even set, yep, a number, so we can even do a number of heads, and then you push enter and it'll give you that player's head. We're not going to do that because I think all of us players will be able to get access to our own heads. This is an idea I'm thinking of. I haven't talked to anybody else about it, so we're just kind of brainstorming, but for each of the players to do a thing or experience a thing, and by doing that thing, like a greater tier thing, it's not something that like I could go out and say, okay, here's a checklist, let me do this checklist, now I'm going to get my head, but something extra special that the other players maybe agree upon, and then you can earn your own head, but not in a way that like you can just go out and earn it. It's just, but if you guys didn't know, our friend and member on the server, B Squiddy, was viciously attacked by a dog, and if you want to know the details of it, I encourage you to go over to Joe Mama's channel and check out his episode. I believe it's not the latest episode he put out at the time this video comes out. It'll be, you'll go back and check out episode 15 for Joe Mama. Episode 15, Joe kind of gets into it at the very start of his video of exactly what happened. So if you guys want to know the details, you'll be able to find that out there. I'm not going to discuss that, however, but it is something that B Squiddy has put up with that none of us have had to deal with. So I think he's earned his head. It's again something, you know, that he didn't plan. It's nothing that he intentionally did to earn it, but I think he's the only member on the server right now who has earned access to their own player head, and I'm going to reward it to him in this little thing that we're going to build for him. And I need to locate his island. If I had to guess, I'd say it's close to Joe's, but it's more in this direction-ish. I'm gonna take a look around and see if we can't find it. I have no idea, but I'm gonna guess that that is probably it, because that certainly doesn't look Minecraft made, it looks man-made. This must be his place. So my idea for our little project here is to kind of set up, yep, there's a boat here, it's kind of set up a scene, like a trial, and it's a bad dog, it's a bad dog, so we're gonna do like a little trial. I kind of want to do it a little out of the way so it's not like in the middle of one of his projects. This is the first time I've been over here, so I'm gonna have to do a little snooping around. I want to put it in a place where, of course, he's gonna find it and be greeted by it. But we're gonna build like a little trial and for the bad dog, and that's why we have all the heads, because we're gonna make a little scene. So let me find a good place that I think he's gonna locate this pretty quick, and we'll talk about it once it's all set up. Okay, I think I have it set up, but we are right here by his house. And I want to do a quick talk about these armor stands mostly for the other members of the server, but we're going to set up an armor stand right here, I believe, someplace that's really close to his place, that hopefully he'll see it and it'll draw his attention out that way. You can see name tags, especially like yeah, on the wood you can really see the name tags floating over there. So if we take a name tag and grab a name tag with a name, you have to name this in an anvil first. I've tried this both ways, this is the way you gotta do it. So this one's gonna be Love Winter. This is supposed to just be like, you know, hey, we're all, you're in our thoughts, here you go. Okay. But I want him to be able to see this. So first we're going to grab our statues book, which you can locate a special island out in that direction. where you can obtain these books. First, we're going to check the target. We want to make sure it highlights. That way we have our, we know we got the correct one. We are going to set this in. Display name, yes. Should say armor stand now. Great. So now when we right click it, now it says love winter, smiley face. Alright. Now we're going to make the stand visible. No. Boom. Now all of a sudden we just have a floating love winter sign. Something else we can also do is we should be able to highlight it just like that and apply gravity no. That way if the decides to terraform here, that sign actually won't go down because the armor stand's affected by gravity. But now it's not, so that will stay there. And I mostly am showing this off so for you B Squiddy if you're watching, or Joe if you're watching and showing B Squiddy, however this is going to work out, or any of the other members, easiest way to come by and get rid of these is to check the target, make sure it's your target, and you can return them to visibility, yes, then you can just punch it and break it. However, if you break the armor stand, it will lose the name, so that's something to watch out for. If you decide you want to move these, then you're going to have to make all new name tags. But let's go take a look at what I left him. I wanted to create kind of a scene to depict how much of a bad dog he was. So, here we go. The bad dog trials. You see, we got a lot going on here. Let's just move forward, right? Let's just go. This is the Council of Piggies. And so these guys are the lawmakers of the land. This one's ashamed of the dog. This one's making the orders. Guilty. Death by Squither. And yes, the Squither I know is from Hermitcraft, but he's a huge avid Minecraft fan, and therefore I'm confident that he is totally up to date in the Hermitcraft. He should know exactly who the Squither is, so he will hopefully get that reference. And then we have our formal, yes, follow the law, of course. And this is without a thought. And we have Bad Dog here. We can get a better look at his face. He's bad dog. He's ashamed of himself. And we have the Executioner. I could have probably named all these, but I didn't. I should have, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. But this is the Executioner. And we have 2 hired muscle. And they have tridents. So these tridents are kind of gifts for him as well, because they're not easy to get. But we can make them now. And these guys are kind of wizards, which is what, I probably will name these off camera just so he kind of has an idea. Like, these are supposed to be mages. So we have the hand-to-hand combat guys, and we also have the magic wielder guys. And we have Death by Squither, and he's pointing over here. And here we have B Squiddy himself, putting on the final head to summon the Squither boss. And take care of this bad dog. So it's kind of the story we're going for. And B Squiddy himself gets to be the one to extract his revenge on the bad dog. And I really hope he likes this. hope he's okay and not afraid of dogs or anything of that nature. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this episode, guys. I know it's kind of a short one, but we just wanted to do something special for B Squiddy. He kind of went through a pretty traumatic thing, and you know what? He's gonna be okay. He's gonna be okay. You know why he's gonna be okay? Because I'm a bear and I know these things. I have a 12th sense about them. Don't ask about the other senses. Trust me, it's my 12th sense. I know he's gonna be okay. We can't wait to have you back, B Squiddy. We hope you get better. That's gonna be it for today's episode, guys. So if you like, please leave a like, subscribe if you haven't, share with your friends, and I will see you in the next one.